Coronation Street has delivered yet another setback for Brody Michaelis after the collapse of his family. After enduring several difficult months in which both of his parents ended up behind bars, life finally seemed to be stabilizing for Brody and his younger sisters, Joanie and Shanice. In the latest episode, Tim stunned Sally by revealing that Brody had once attempted to flee with the girls before Brody broke the heartbreaking news to Joanie and Shanice that their mother had been jailed for 4 years. Trying to soothe the devastated children, Sally reassured them, "Me, Tim, and your brother will all take care of you, and you can call your mom whenever you like." During their talk, Tim answered the door to discover a social worker accompanied by a psychologist. The two professionals told Tim and Sally they were satisfied for the household to remain together until a scream echoed from the garden. Shanice reappeared with a bloody wound on her leg, insisting Joanie had caused it. Tim and Sally attempted to minimize Joanie's outburst, but as the social worker and psychologist left, their doubts were clear. "I'm sorry, but we'll need to remove Joanie for now and place her in another household," the social worker told an emotional Brody. In upcoming scenes, Brody's family faces further strain as Joanie is relocated to her aunt's home temporarily. Reflecting on the storyline, actor Ryan Mulvey, who portrays Brody, said, "When he realizes his family is being torn apart, it feels like his heart is breaking. He finds it incredibly hard to cope, and that pain drives many of the mischiefs he gets into afterward, because his love for them runs so deep." Coronation Street confirms a shock death, with a familiar face returning for the funeral. Christina Boyd first arrived on Coronation Street in 2023, instantly sparking drama from the moment she appeared. As Daisy Midgley's mother, Christina carried a long-standing grudge against Jenny Connor, convinced that Jenny had stolen her husband. "When I stepped into the role, it felt electric and dangerous. Jenny is such a powerful presence, and so is Christina, and neither of them is the type to step aside," actress Amy Robbins explained when she joined the soap. The fiery clashes between Jenny and Christina proved such a hit that the character made several returns. Her most recent stint was earlier this year, tied into Charlotte Jordan's departure storyline. During that visit, Christina orchestrated a cruel scheme against Jenny by tricking her through a fake online romance. Jenny believed she had connected with a man named Dom, unaware that Dom was in fact Christina's partner. Together, the pair planned to swindle her out of her savings. When Daisy uncovered the truth, she warned Jenny, sparking an explosive confrontation that ended with Christina's arrest. With Daisy now out of Weatherfield, it seemed unlikely Christina would show her face again, but she is set to reappear in upcoming episodes. This time, her sights are set on romance. And the man she's after? None other than George Shuttleworth. George, who has recently ventured into online dating after being left behind when Eileen Grimshaw flew off to Thailand, has been trying to fill the gap in his life. What he doesn't realize is that someone much closer, Jenny, also has her eye on him. Ever since George came to Jenny's rescue by repairing the faulty plumbing at the cabin, she hasn't been able to stop thinking about him. His practical skills and dependable nature made quite an impression, and Jenny began to picture the possibility of something more between them. But her hopes were dampened when George's foray into online dating started to bring results, leaving her quietly jealous and more than a little frustrated. Her simmering disappointment soon turns into outright fury when she learns that Christina, her longtime rival, is also circling around George. The very idea of Christina muscling in only fuels Jenny's suspicion that trouble is on the horizon. Yet George's world isn't just about fixing pipes and offering a helping hand. His main profession is an undertaking, a role that keeps him constantly surrounded by grief, families, and delicate situations. This time, Christina approaches George under the guise of tragedy. She tearfully explains that Dom, her former lover and partner in numerous schemes, has passed away. According to her, the loss has left her devastated, and she wants George to take charge of organizing Dom's funeral. On the surface, it all sounds convincing. Her tone is solemn, her words carefully chosen, and the grief she shows appears genuine. However, Jenny is far from convinced. Having been caught up in Christina's lies and manipulations too many times before, she refuses to believe that her enemy has suddenly turned up with an honest request. Jenny's instincts tell her that Christina is spinning yet another elaborate tale, and she grows determined to expose the truth before George falls victim to another scam. In a bold and dramatic move, Jenny storms into the Undertakers to confront her rival. In front of George, she loudly accuses Christina of inventing the entire story, claiming Dom is very much alive and that Christina's real agenda is to get her hands on George's money. Her determination to reveal the truth reaches a fever pitch when she lifts the lid of the coffin, certain she'll find it empty and prove that Christina is lying through her teeth. But Jenny may be about to make a serious miscalculation. If Dom really has died, then she risks not only humiliating herself, but also causing deep offense to George in the process. And if Christina is faking the bereavement, then Jenny might finally expose her enemy for good. The question is, has Jenny misread the situation entirely, or is Christina once again weaving a web of deceit that will drag everyone into chaos? Coronation Street's Asha Alahan faces shocking ordeal as she begins to unravel. ITV has unveiled a preview clip showing the young paramedic in training experiencing a disturbing racist assault in deeply unsettling moments. The long-running soap has released a glimpse of the traumatic storyline in which Asha endures one of her darkest days on the job. Fans will watch a special episode on Monday, August 25th that places an intense emotional focus on Asha. The installment highlights the extreme challenges she confronts as a trainee, exposing the hidden burdens behind her composed appearance. In the latter half, the story unfolds solely through Asha's eyes, revisiting the catastrophic events of a single day that drive her to the edge. It has already been confirmed that the episode will capture the brutal reality of her shift, including a patient's death, an injured pensioner, and a vile racist incident, all culminating in Asha collapsing with a severe panic attack in the Rover's yard. A recently released teaser shows the violent confrontation. During the flashback, patient Naomi grows increasingly hostile before scratching Asha's arm. Recoiling in pain, Asha is horrified as Naomi spits at her feet while hurling abuse. Back in the present timeline, Asha's panic intensifies when she realizes her breathing is restricted. Actress Tanisha Gori, who has portrayed Asha since 2009, explained, "Asha is really trying to give her all to the role, but this week everything seems to pile up, and she has no idea how to handle it." She continued, "She feels isolated while facing these challenges, and the series of traumatic incidents during one shift eventually trigger her panic attack." When asked about Asha's fragile state of mind, Tanisha added, "She's definitely spiraling, though she doesn't fully grasp how unwell she is. Without opening up to anyone, she won't be able to access the support she badly requires." Coronation Street broadcasts Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1, with episodes also available on ITVX.